Hello, this is Jim from Hanson's Philam Life. Today I want to talk to you about Balikbayan boxes. Most Filipinos or expats know what that is, but there's, the up and coming expats, the ones that will be coming that don't know about it. Maybe you guys learned something about this too, that things that I didn't know, just small things. Anyway, a Balikbayan box literally means repatriate box. And it's a box containing items sent by overseas Filipinos, known as Balikbayans, which literally means returning to the country. Though often shipped by freight forwarders, these items can also be brought by Filipinos returning to the Philippines by air. And some of the history of Balikbayan boxes. In 1973, the Philippine government under then President Ferdinand Marcos began to specifically encourage Filipino Americans to visit their family hometowns in the Philippines. Individuals who did so became known as Balikbayan, from the Tagalog word balik, to return, and bayan, which comes from town or settlement. As part of this program, customs procedures were eased for these travelers. The program was maintained and expanded by subsequent administrations. Got a good thing, keep it going. Individuals who returned often brought gifts for friends and family, part of a culture of using gifts to show appreciation and improve relations by those who were seen by the community as having achieved success in a career abroad. For those returning with valid Balikbayan status, custom fees were waived for the contents of 2 boxes per individual. Eventually, it became common to package gifts, often household goods and other practical items, like clothing and other things, while still abroad. These boxes would then be shipped to the Philippines. After the September 11 attacks in the U.S., and the passage of the Patriot Act by U.S. Congress, Balikbayan boxes have been subjected to rigorous inspections by the United States Department of Homeland Security's outbound exam team, which I didn't know existed. That caused delays of up to 3 weeks at the U.S. Customs inspection facility. This extended shipping time from 21 days to over 30 days. Depends on where it's coming from. The inspections also resulted in opened Balikbayan boxes and complaints of package pilferage and mishandling. The Philippine Bureau of Customs also conducts 100% inspections that added to the burden of delayed shipments. Some of these, and there were many complaints about the Bureau of Customs and their treatment of the boxes here in the past, which I think have been straightened out. But the inspections are the result of some unscrupulous individuals using Balikbayan boxes to ship or smuggle commercial items without paying taxes or to smuggle contraband. Since Balikbayan shipping is a consolidated shipment, one illegal item will affect all approximately 400 packages in a container, a shipping container. This inspection process has been modernized with the installation of high-performance X-ray machines. It's a good thing. Don't screw it up. Don't abuse it. Balikbayan boxes may contain items that the sender thinks the recipient would like, regardless of whether those items can be bought cheaply in the Philippines, such as non-perishable food, canned meat, things like that. Regardless of whether those items can be bought cheaply in the Philippines. Toiletries, household items, electronics, toys, designer clothing, or items difficult in the Philippines are also items that could be put in Balikbayan boxes. That trade-off for the longer shipping time also includes not having a set date. They don't say it's going to be the December 24th. It's going to get there when it gets there. You have to wait on the ship to get there, and then it's got to be given a berth in the port, and then it's got to be unloaded, and it's going to go through customs, and it's going to go to their holding warehouse, and then they're going to, divide it up to where it goes. It may go to a different island, may go back on another smaller freight ship and go to that island. Like if we were shipping something from Texas, it would go to Manila, and then it goes from Manila on another ship to Negros, and from there it's distributed by vehicle. Let's see, but the Balikbayan Box is it's kind of a modern manifestation of the pasalubon. That's where domestic or foreign travelers, they bring gifts for family, friends, colleagues, whatever. And the Balikbayan Boxes provide connection between family in the Philippines and those abroad. When they're going to be able to come back, they'll ship it to them so they have things for Christmas. Now here's that other delay, the COVID pandemic. Apart from logistics nightmares rising from joblessness among migrant workers, and that meant fewer goods being sent home, and it's also the container crisis. People were sick, they couldn't come to work, the cargo didn't get unloaded, that kind of thing. Many economies around the world, including the Philippines, are struggling to contain a fresh surge in coronavirus infections. Get your vaccine. Spurred by a more contagious Delta variant and amid a slow vaccine rollout, governments are reimposing tighter community quarantines, and that's keeping people at home. Situation in Asia is disrupting global manufacturing supply chains with shortages and lengthening delivery times. There's the largest port in China was shut down because of the COVID. Send it. It doesn't matter, how much, because if it fits in the box, it goes. They don't have a weight restriction. Sending Balikbayan boxes as part of the Christmas celebration is related to gift giving, which is introduced to the Philippines by the Spaniards, who introduced Christianity. So there's a little bit of history and some of the things keeping Balikbayan boxes from the flow going as smoothly as it was. So think about that. Tape your boxes up, send them early. If it took 3 months before, it might take 4 or 5 months. So think about that when you're sending a box. Well, thank you for putting up with me and letting me talk to you about Balikbayan boxes. It was not a real entertaining subject, but it's a very important subject in the Philippine culture. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hope to see you in the next video.